Have a look at that for a bunch of cables. I can't reinforce enough about cable management when you're doing a simulator like this, and I thought I'd just take a couple of minutes to show you again one of the other upgrades that I made on this rebuild as opposed to what I'd done before. And I should have done it before, but I didn't really do it that well. Historically, what I had used to basically keep all these cables in position was that Gorilla Tape, and I just stuck Gorilla Tape along the sides and around pretty much everywhere, down the struts and all of that sort of stuff. Now, you know, over time the Gorilla Tape does wear and come off, and I kept having to reapply it every few months. So this is a more of a permanent solution now. So I took the opportunity to basically reticulate each and every cable properly, and use those little clips in there, and you get varying sizes of those. So as more and more cables were coming in, I obviously increased the sizing of the clip just to keep them all through. So now we've got a more permanent clipping mechanism all the way through, and as you can see, if I take you around the front, you can see it's all quite neatly put in there through that. Obviously it does get a little bit messier down towards the PC side of it. Probably looks worse than what it actually is, but again, I labelled every individual cable so that I know exactly where it feeds to. Not only have I done that, but this time what I've done is I've just in using in Microsoft Word, I just did a quick layout of the back of this PC and then basically labelled each one in that on Word. So now I've got a reference map as well. So if I have to pull all this out again and then put it all back together, I can do that. So yeah, so cable management really important, yeah, I can't reinforce that enough. So you know, that took a while, because you can imagine reticulating every single cable individually, and I wanted to make it as neat as I could possibly get it. I even had, you know, you can't see it, but I've got cutouts at the back under the floor here where cables are being passed under the ground, particularly for power and reticulation of network cabling and so on. So it all sort of disappears underneath the sim, which I didn't have before, and just a bit neater from where it was before. Even you know, down the main struts here where I've obviously got my, sorry about the camera work, but I've got the cameras above, you know, coming up, the reticulation of that cabling coming down, and then just being chased nicely down through each of the support arms for that front TV down, and then reticulating through and then going into the sim. So a much neater solution, and yeah, and again, tip from me to those that are building, be mindful of your cable management, but I'm sure you all have the same headaches with cable management as what I have. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye for now.